So, yeah, my name is Teresa Lockwood. I reside in Vineland, New Jersey. I was just harassed, intimidated, threatened by dispatcher. They're refusing me to speak to a person. I asked to speak to a supervisor. Yes, they did say they're on the road. The thing is, I've dealt with that before, and so I asked to speak to somebody that I could speak to in person. I had to cut it off because I had to go powder my nose, if you will, so to speak. The thing is, okay. In case anybody doesn't know what that means, I had to go to the bathroom, right? So, anyway, I don't want to say that, but whatever. So the thing is, all I did was simply ask to speak to somebody in regards to being traumatized or whatever by a false arrest. So yes, and I was calm about it, basically. By the way, but I have a right to basically make a complaint in regards to be the attack against me by dispatchers and police. They're making up false accusations against me, so I am recording them because of course, I'm innocent. And they have been doing nothing but abusing me. So, a big truck just went by. My cat just freaked out. A little kitten just freaked out and ran. So, yeah, so their intimidation and threats is had me shaking. I'm still shaking a little bit because I mean this is I'm being abused. So um
You have reached the City of Vineland Police Department. If this is an emergency, please press 1. If you know your party's 4-digit extension.
I was actually hung up on by front desk.
For police emergency and non-emergency dispatch, please press 1. Police operator 9671.
Yeah, I'm basically called to speak to a person in regards to a personal complaint that I am trying to make, and like to be transferred to somebody I could speak to.
Okay, 1 second. Yes, Burris.
Yeah, I would like to speak to a supervisor. See, and that's what they always do. Person's been treating me, abusing me for 10 years. That's an estimate.
For police emergency and non-emergency dispatch, please press 1. Vineland Police operator 8576.
Yeah, I just was transferred to the front desk and I was hung up on. So, I mean, I do need to speak to an officer in regards to a complaint, a personal complaint.
Okay, hold on a second. Please leave your name and number, and I'll get back.
See, it's a bogus line. Yeah, I already know this is a bogus line I get transferred to when I'm being harassed by dispatchers. I asked to speak to a person. Do not know what line this is. This is Teresa Lockwood. My number is 856-457-7114. I know my calls are not returned. Speaking from experience, and the disrespect against me, simply because, well, I stand in law enforcement and, well, don't want to be abused by police and dispatchers, sitting there trying to vilify me and basically treat me like an inferior being because I don't want to be abused is a mental disturbance. It's a mental disorder. So the thing is, sitting there, basically calling me mentally ill because I'm being abused. Oh, and I'm crying or upset or whatever the case may be. And threats made against me by the Vineland, New Jersey Police Department. Um, I have a right to speak to a person. So I've been transferred to this number before, and I know that nobody returns it. I don't even know who they are. It's very disrespectful for people just to have these random voicemails. I could be, since I have been transferred to city water and the electric company and like bogus numbers, city hall and things like that by dispatchers. I do not know if that's who I am talking to. So that has been the continual harassment by dispatchers in the past, and by desk officers such as Burris, Police, and by. So I am going to have to call back. Okay. See, in it says it's in a that is the voicemail of Vineland Police. So I just heard something. Um. Oh, I was like really loud in my ear.
You have reached the City of Vineland Police Department. If this is an emergency, please press 1. If you know your party's 4-digit extension, please enter it now.
I would call internal affairs. And sit there. I'm calling internal affairs. This is Landi. They say professional standards unit or something. I'm going to leave the message what I'm leaving on the voicemail. I did go off on them earlier.
You've reached the Office of Professional Standards office. Not available at this time.
That is.
Please leave your name and number, and we will.
That's the voice of Lieutenant Christopher Landi. Yes, this is Teresa Lockwood. I am going to record from now on every voicemail message that I leave you. The thing is it's pointless to talk to you since you refuse to answer your voicemail. Yes, and because I've been going off on you, and yes, with harsh statements or whatever, in response to your continued abuse to me, gaslighting, and so forth. The thing is, yeah, I might as well put on here since I am on recording. I am uploading it to YouTube. I'm going to recap on my complaints that I have made to you in the past, as you basically misled, obstructing justice, misleading investigation, refusing my complaints, as you have even told me that you're not taking my complaints. All my complaints have been legitimate, by the way. I am making a complaint of harassment by dispatcher where my number was blocked from calling on the day of October 30th. Refused to call. The thing is, yes, my call to 911 for being threatened, harassed by police, and bullied, intimidated, and some pervert coming on my lawn and property, talking to me pervertedly, harassing me, claiming that they're allowed to assume whatever they want on me, threatening and intimidating me. To sit there and use Officer Perez and Mora, who were falsified with false information given to them while I was falsely accused of falsely calling the police, saying that I was not allowed to call 911 for harassment and threats. And basically mocking me, calling me mentally ill, claiming that I'm only allowed to call if I need an ambulance, to sit there and harass me. And all my calls are legitimate. I have never made any illegitimate complaint. That has been all of you, by the way. The complaint made against me on October 30th was false, falsifying information to an officer, which I have never, ever done, by the way. because I don't even falsify information to my enemies like you do. Um, as you have basically have lied to me, claim that you're allowed to lie, which you are not. The thing is that refusing my rights, if you refusing my complaints, as you're unjustly discriminating me because you're atheist and internal affairs atheists were put into internal affairs to actually harass and bully me and refuse my rights because I'm an intellectual, religious genius. And basically proved all of your false opinions to be false. Sitting there, asking me about the murder of Philip White when I actually proved my case with facts, sitting there mocking and laughing me, telling me that's my opinion and that's my belief. The thing is that I've made complaints about my computer being hacked into by the Vineland Police Department, cult circle of Vineland Police, Raymond Church Calvary Chapel, which you lied and said was not a crime, which I proved wrong, and then you sat there and claimed I lied about that, which I do not lie. I hold myself to a high integrity of speaking truth and knowledge and the facts. The thing is that you have not basically spoken anything intelligent, of sound mind, or of reason, or logic, and go hand in hand. Um, and you have basically mind raped me, psychologically just gaslighted me, mentally abused me. And no, I'm not sorry for basically, no, it's not mental abuse for you, for me rightly judging you being a child molester protector, and defending the perversion in your police department. Um, so the thing is you have twisted my words and perverted them and made false accusations against me. You are slandering me to other officers, your so-called, in quote, superior officers, and rather if you third parties or not, chaplains making false accusations against me, that I have no related to anything that I said or did. I have only reported crime, and all my complaints are legitimate. The thing is, yes, I basically spoke personally against your immoral degeneracy. So the thing is, your manipulation tactics going around sitting there saying, oh, so I got cut off by the end of the message. I'm pressing 5 to save it.
Your message has been sent.
Sent or saved.
To access your mailbox, press the pound key. Enter the extension number of the person you want.
It's interesting how a dispatch says, well, I'm not allowed to call there because they're busy. But they do a lot of manipulating to basically set up and harass me and take a lot of time doing that. When all they can do is just cooperate and be of sound mind, and not even deal with that. Okay, I dealt this 4751. I was going to leave a message, continue my message. No, that's on there. For right here, hold on. Oh, 4751.
You've reached the Office of Professional Standards.
I don't. He does that noise.
Time. Please leave your name
That
and
is.
number and we will return your call. Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm finishing my complaint. My complaint from October 30th, and I don't have to have a present complaint. I can still make my other complaints that you have refused. My complaint from October 30th is a false arrest, which is kidnapping. I am filing charges for kidnapping, falsifying information, falsifying a report to a police officer. That would be dispatchers falsifying information to Officer Mora and other officers colluding to basically sabotage and set me up, and falsely accuse me. I have not committed a crime. So the thing is that, oh yes, and while I'm at it, I will make a justified petty complaint, which is actually not really petty, it's very important, that your officer will not get me socks and maybe put my bare feet in my brand new shoes. Of course I haven't worn for a year, and I had to wear basically my brand new shoes that I wasn't expecting to wear, and I should actually make you pay for that. So it can be as simple as me washing my insoles or what have you, but I actually just want to put that in there because I can. Because I don't really appreciate you people downplaying and calling my knowledge that is against a crisis situation petty. So the thing is that yeah, I have been harassed by dispatch today, which I did record, and it is uploading. And they are playing games, and the same games that was as I'm sorry, as it was before. I also yesterday, when trying to basically make a report complaint against the terrorism attacks by Vineland Police, by misinforming officers. Um, who arrested me, falsely accusing me to have me assaulted and threatened, which I was just threatened before using me being falsely arrested to actually abuse me by dispatcher just not too long ago, which I do have on recording. Um, um, so intimidating me, mentally abusing me, harassing me in a disgusting, foul, profane racism. So I am being racially profiled by white racist, including yourself and other racist white cops, because I have Spanish children and have been profiled while the racist white Democrats have been using the racist Spanish or whatever to attack me because I am white, refusing my rights, by the way. The thing is, I was basically um, racially profiled by Vineland Police Department for many years because while I wouldn't touch a white man with a 10-foot pole, and I had to grow up with those things. So the thing is that I don't really appreciate um, you using degenerate, lawless, immoral degenerates with no class to harass and bully me, and getting your dispatchers to hang up on me, transfer me to bogus numbers. Yesterday, I was put on hold. I called about approximately 4 times, which I had to call back because I was transferred to bogus numbers who I do not know who they are, um, and cannot confirm that, and basically put on hold a couple of times for a very long time. And yes, 5 minutes is a long time. It was actually 5 minutes and 50 some seconds. So both times, I believe, give or take a few seconds. So refusing me to basically be transferred yesterday to speak to a person. I have a right to speak to a person about this harassment and crimes against me. I do have a recording. Burr has hung up on me, I think, about 2 or 3 times already at the front desk when I simply asked to speak to a supervisor. As he always done. I mean, I have gone through it before where he has just done nothing but hang up on me if I call, which he's actually told to by corrupt officers, refusing my rights. The psychological distress, and basically threats and abuse and intimidation and bullying that I get from you police officers has been going on for years. You have exceeded the recording limit. Thank you. Your message has been sent. Please enter your mailbox number. Oh, okay. Um, Hey, the thing is, he's not answering my calls, and he doesn't. And when he does, he gaslights me. He asks me questions to get me to talk about something else, and leaves it so I don't have enough time to basically make my complaint. Um, and it's just there. It tells me to call back the next day, and they're just setting me up, and then they do it all over again. And even I have tried to go back to making a complaint, and they distract it interrupt me, or whatever, to actually refuse my complaints. Lieutenant Landi has actually been doing that since the beginning. Matter of fact, even before I even knew that he even existed, the first time I called, it was Lieutenant Landi, as I was transferred to him, I think. I can't be clear on that. So, anyway, regardless, or told to call Lieutenant Landi. I never heard of him before. So, the thing is that, he actually, the very first time that I called, before I even ever spoke to him, hung up the phone on me. I said, "This is Teresa Lockwood." He said, "Hold on," and he hangs up the phone on me. So, the thing is that I actually tried to call back, and, then eventually he started picking up the phone and mocking me, laughing at me, making up all kinds of lies, whatever the case may be. I mean, I put some of them on video already. He has hung up on me, lied about hanging up on me. The last time he actually hung up on me, he lied, okay, and because he's being exposed as falsely accusing me because I called the prosecutor's office on him. He's also yelled at me for calling the prosecutor's office. So I'm just like, called back, and I'm just like, "You're yelling at me for calling the prosecutors for what you're doing?" So, it was very strange because it didn't really seem that aggressive, the way he did it. So, the thing is that they are colluding together. Everything is all set up. They just play these games. They're sitting there. The thing is, I don't play these games. They're getting them to sit there. They're playing head games with me. If you falsely accuse me of playing games, that was basically a claim of an officer. Oh, I'm trying to remember particularly which one it was. Oh, Felice, who was in the past sitting there hanging up on me, doing all these things. So they're claiming after I basically told me I'm not playing these games with you, they're repeating my words. And Felice has done that in the past where I reported him doing that, even to Lieutenant Landi. And I actually might have that on video, I'm not sure, where he was basically just playing games with me, hanging up on me or whatever, and claiming that, "Oh, I'm not playing games with you," or whatever, why he's sitting there hanging up or whatever. All my complaints are legitimate. I don't play games, and I take actually a lot of most things in my life very, very serious. I'm actually attacked for that because I take serious things seriously. That's why. They think this is a game by abusing people. They sadistically get a thrill out of it, and it is disturbing. These people they're telling me because I basically told them to grow up. They echo my words telling me to grow up when I'm sitting there making legitimate complaints. This is what they're doing. So, and then, I go off on them, cuss them out, and whatever, because I'm being psychologically mind raped and mentally tortured and harassed over and over and over before I go off on them. So, Lieutenant Landi is in collusion with them, harassing me, refusing me complaints or whatever. Show internal affairs or whatever. So Lieutenant Landi has just laughed at me many times. I'm going to do more. I did leave a message on the voicemail earlier today, so. Oh, I think I didn't wait. I just dialed into 2, 6, 1. Okay. Wait for the recording first. I just did 6914112 out of habitual dialing, I guess.
Please press 1. If you know your party's for police emergency and non-emergency dispatch. Vineland Police, operator 9230.
Yeah, who was the head supervisor for the shift today?
I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. It's really sad that I have to do this for my safety. See? Just got hung up on. That's what they do. I'm treated like an inferior. They've been doing this like many times for like months and months and months and months.
For a list of further
This is ridiculous. I wouldn't do that. I don't do this to people. Even my enemies abuse me. I answer their questions. Isn't that disturbing?
ID Bureau.
Okay. I have to figure out what if I push one or two. I don't want to call.
Vineland Police, operator 9230.
Yeah, I was just hung up on when I asked this, who the shift supervisor was, and all of a sudden it would click. Yeah, they hung up on me. They keep hanging up on me. They won't. They won't even let me say like hi or anything. I mean, I didn't even. Yeah, I treated like this like all the time. I have no problems when people communicate with me maturely and hello. Oh, okay. Yeah, and I answer the phone now. Burris keeps doing this to me, and I just asked for a supervisor, and I'm trying to figure out who the head supervisor. Okay, trying to figure out who the head supervisor is because this is like I know there are a couple corrupt ones, so I just don't want to deal with the corrupt ones that I know that are corrupt. Oh, sorry, video keeps going on my face. This is every time. It's actually worse than this. My back hurts. I can't sit like this. This is every time I call. And then if I have to call the next day to try to get in touch at least with somebody, they will just do this all over again. And then they blame me. Like I say, oh, you keep calling here. That's what they do. Yeah, I keep calling. I have a right to speak to somebody. I mean, if nobody's answering my call, you think I'm just like gonna get away and I shouldn't? I should just like, oh, I have a right to make a complaint. Yeah. Yeah, I asked to speak to who's the shift supervisor and who the supervisor is. You keep hanging up on me. Hello? I just said that. I just said what see you're playing innocent now, but I've been hung up on you about 5 times already. And I've asked to speak to the supervisor, and I just asked and called dispatcher to see who the shift supervisor was. And you have just played these games, and I'm not playing games, and I'm being falsely accused of playing games, and I don't play these games. I'm a grown woman. Yeah, hanging up on me. But who's the shift supervisor though?
I don't even know.
Selby.
I believe so, yes.
Okay, well, I need to speak to a supervisor on an incident that happened where I was assaulted and a crime committed against me by an officer that was misled by dispatcher to falsely accuse me while I was being harassed. And so, Eternal Affairs I'm being harassed by, but the thing is, I have a right to make the report and my complaint.
Well, they don't know if they can help you if you're complaining about an officer. That's who you have.
Well, I'm basically reporting that of the crime also by another person who was on my property regards to being intimidated and threatened on that day. But the thing is, I've asked to speak to a supervisor, and excuse me, and that's who I'm asking to speak to.
I can tell you, based on the information you're giving me, I can transfer you back up to IA, speak with them.
Well, I would like to speak to Selby.
All right, hang on one second. I'll transfer you to his office.
Okay. He has never spoken to me like that before. He's only doing that because he knows I'm in communication with somebody or something. He has never ever treated me like a human being like that ever. He has basically called me a sir. He's like, yes, sir. Harassing me, doing all kinds of things. He has never, ever, ever, not one time communicated with me with like that before, clearly. Ever. He hangs up on me. That's all he has done. And this whole act that, oh, they're busy. Well, I'm the caller. I am the person. Yeah. Yeah, I was told I was being transferred to Selby. Who am I speaking to? I was just transferred by Burris. Who am I speaking with? Oh, the operator. Now, see, yeah, I'm the operator of who? City Hall. Okay. This is the harassment and games I'm being played with by a police officer who is manipulating situations. The thing is, I'm sorry. I asked to speak to a supervisor um in the Vineland, New Jersey Police Department, and they keep harassing people and sending people to City Hall or whatever. So yeah, he's playing games. So I'm sorry about that. Yes, please. Thank you. Okay. Told you. They sit there and.
For police emergency and non-emergency dispatch, please press 1. For records and reports, please press 2. Detective.
Dispatcher.
Vineland Police, operator 9230.
Yeah, Burris just transferred me to an outside line is what he did in that little talk. He has never spoke to me like that before. That is a fake facade. That's all he did was transfer me outside of Vineland Police Department deliberately. He has done that to me many times before. Okay, now I basically know that Selby is the head supervisor shift, correct? Yeah. Okay, so the thing is, I would like to speak to Selby. Um, yeah, he said he was transferring me to his thing, but like I said, Burris has harassed me like that before in the past many times. Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. All right. I think that was an accident. I think she hung up on me, but I don't think that was I think she must have. That's how she may have misunderstood me. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I'm hell. Yeah, I think I'm misunderstood. That was like long and complicated. Was there additional information? Yeah, I just got disconnected. Oh shoot, my phone.
For police emergency and non-emergency,
My battery's dying.
please press 1. For records and
So they're saying I'm hung up on them. I hang up on them.
Vineland Police, operator 9230.
Yeah, I think I just got accidentally disconnected. That wasn't a hang up on me. I think it was a misunderstanding. I need to be connected to Selby. Oh, I'm sorry. No, because I was just told that I was being connected to Selby. Oh, okay. All right then. Okay, I'll have to call back tomorrow. Sorry about that. All right, bye. Maybe that was my misunderstanding communication. I'm sitting there trying to explain something cross that happens. So, yeah, I'm going to end with that and just giving a view of what I have to go through every single day.